Hello and welcome back to FunMods. Today I'm going to be showing you how to modify a Strife. We're going to install the Select Fire Kit, and new flywheel motors and flywheel cage, and we will also be putting in some new parts for comfort. So let's get into it. I will walk you through bit by bit and film parts which I think will be important, as if I would put in the whole build, it would take maybe 2 hours to do the video or something. But yeah, we'll do that. First thing I've done is opened up this drive. Now I'm going to be taking out all the parts inside. Now when this is done, I'm gonna show you which parts I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using this 18 gauge wire, and I'm gonna be using 2 Kraken motors from Out of Darts, and Out of Darts large extended battery cover. Sorry for that noise. I'm gonna be using Inferno flywheels from Containment Crew, and extended heel for their Strife to get better grip on it, a worker extended mag release, an Out of Darts, or I think it's Foam Blast switch mount, and a Foam Blast Bobololo style rev trigger. I'm gonna be using scar barreling from Worker, polycarbonate 42.5mm cage from Worker, and then of course the Select Fire Kit. In addition to that, I will also use an XT60 plug. This is both female and male. I'll only use the female one. A thumb screw for taking out the batteries, and then this piece which you can put over the motors to help with soldering. Tools I will use super glue, a soldering iron, and a knife. The first thing I will do is put in the Select Fire Kit. You can find the instructions on a website which I will put in the description below. Okay, I've done the preparations before putting in the Select Fire Kit. I've cut here, on this side, a bit up here, but that wasn't really necessary. Put it over, cut inside here, and on the other side, I've cut there. And now I can put in the kit after I've done the XT60 connector through. Okay, so here I've set in the motor and the trigger again with the spring, because it doesn't have the spring up here anymore. I've put back the magazine release. Now it's the new Worker one, and I chose to take away this because I felt I would need to do or change any options. For many people that might be something you have to do, but I felt that was unnecessary. I've soldered these points, which are the XT60 points, to the points to the Select Fire Kit. Now you have to choose if you want no rev trigger, which means if you pull this halfway it revs and whole way it fires, or if you want the rev trigger. If you want the rev trigger, you cannot put the motors to the kit and instead go around to a micro switch, which will be a bit more challenging, but that will be what I have to do. So I'll finish the select fire kit on both sides, so you have the selector switch, and then I'll come back to you. As one of the pieces of the select fire kit was sadly broken, I moved on to the flywheel cage. I've put them in the motors in the flywheel cage and put on screws with some Loctite. So I'll put on the flywheels and do wiring for them, and then I'll probably get a new piece for the select fire kit to make it work. Okay, I've wired up the flywheel cage, put it in, put on the battery indicator, and put the wires through here down to the switch. And now I'm gonna put in the rev trigger and wire it up, and yeah, I'll see how it fires. So as you saw from the build, the selector switch was broken when I received it, but I did not notice, as I tried to be careful with it, not to break anything then, but as it already was broken, there was nothing really I could do. Although NF Strike was kind and said they could ship another piece, so I'm waiting for that, and I will give you updates about it, and we can try it out, how it works with this like fire kit in when I receive it. But for now, I've got so far with it, and yeah, this didn't go out well, but it works fine, and it looks better from this side. The battery indicator, and then the battery tray I had to file down to make it fit, and then cut out here to make my battery fit inside. I have put the barrel in and put everything together. The select fire kit is a really simple thing to do, as it's just plug in and there's no glue, so I could just remove it for a while and put it in a box for later. And then I've put in the old what should you say, pusher, I guess, so I can show you a firing demo. There will soon be a video up about the comfort kits, or comfort parts, which I got to it. As you can see, I've put the cables outside of it because my battery is super large, and now you can see the battery indicator. It's currently in the storage range, and the battery indicator will show 2 dots or 3 dots if it's in storage, because then you have to have between 3.8 or 3.85 volts per cell. On this one I have 3.84 volts per cell, and therefore it still shows as 3 dots, because I think it's like 3.82, it drops down to 2 dots. So as long as you're in that 3.8 to 3.85 range per cell, it's gonna be fine storing. I've put like at the top of notch of the storing, so that I could shoot a bit before I need to put it away, not to go below storage. So yeah, I'll show it firing inside, and it's raining now, so I'll wait a bit and then I'll show you outside too. You get quite a good sight on the battery indicator on how much you have left, and that's quite cool. And the sound is amazingly high, and you definitely do feel the power. So I'm gonna fire 3 shots. Okay, firing from the same position as with the Hurricane, so you can kind of compare the performance if you have seen that video. Okay. So as you saw, amazing performance. It's even better than the Hurricane which I made a while ago. Yeah, and as you saw, it kind of was a bit hard on the darts, and it often might rip them or destroy them, but it's only a few times. The Hurricane is definitely more reliable. It shoots almost no whirlybirds. This one shoots maybe 1 in 4, which is a whirlybird, which is not terrible, but still. It's definitely not that accurate, but as I will soon be able to use burst on it, I don't think that will be a huge issue. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.